이제 됐어요? 이제 들리죠? You can hear me now, right? 이제 들리죠? 이제 들리죠? You can hear me now, right? Okay. I was actually reading your chats in mute. And then I was saying it's been 3 weeks since I did my last live. 라이브 한지 3주 됐어요. 이제 괜찮아요? 좋아요. 알려주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you for letting me know. 안녕하세요, 선생님. 저는 타린이입니다. 안녕하십니까? 오랜만이에요. 김소형님 기억해요. 기억하고 있어요. 여러분 안녕하세요. 반가워요. 많이 오셔서 제가 이름을 하나하나 못 읽지만 다 반갑습니다. Okay, so I can't read all the names right now, but I'm looking through. I'm just not reading out loud. 반가워요, 여러분. 네, 저는 잘 지냈어요. 사실 3주 동안 열심히 워크북이랑 웹사이트를 만들었어요. So I did my best, but it was taking longer. Probably because I want to include everything that I think you should have. And it's like I constantly add more. 계속 더 넣어요. 그래서 더 오래 걸리고 있어요. So it's taking longer than I thought. But it's basically almost ready to go, and I will be announcing it and releasing it this coming week. 다음 주 중에 이제 웹사이트를 공개할게요. 그래서 I'll launch my website, and then workbooks should be ready for sale there. Should I tell you about it? So website, if you go there, you'll see lessons by level. So there will be baby. I don't know anything in Korean. You're a baby, you're just born in Korean. And so there is Hanguel, how to introduce yourself. 안녕하세요, my name is this. And then there is beginner, how to make simple sentences. And then there is, I called it intermediate, but actually it's rather high beginning, so then you can reach intermediate. By the time you finish all the lessons there, you should be reaching intermediate. So those are bi-level lessons, and that lessons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 20 something in the beginning, up to about 20 in the intermediate, goes with workbook chapters. So if you purchase, it'll be PDF. If you purchase the ebook, e-workbook, I linked videos in the workbook as well. So you can open my website, click on the videos with your workbook, or you can use the PDF and click on the video link directly. So it's designed for you to watch my videos and then get some help with workbook. And then 안녕하세요, 여러분. I'm looking at your chat. If I'm not saying anything, I am seeing your messages. And also there will be more grammar lesson tabs. So besides the core grammar that I put in the workbook by level, there are more grammar points that people want to learn. So there's more grammar, and then vocab lesson. And then I will also keep adding more blog posts about, expressions that are fun, like 사자성어 or slang or idioms and such. I'll write blog posts. So when I launch the website, I will not have everything ready. It'll have core lessons ready. And then I'll add more. 안녕하세요, 여러분. And then once that's all launched, I will post on YouTube community and on my Instagram asking what levels of like 4-week or 5-week courses that you would like me to offer. I'll see what's the higher demand and then choose maybe like 2 different classes to offer first. And then over time, I will expand more. But I'll start with like 1 or 2 different levels so that I can, have a better quality, because there will be like hiccups as we go. So that's my plan. That'll come maybe like in a couple weeks. 그래서 그렇게 열심히 준비하고 있습니다. 웹사이트는 거의 다 준비됐어요. It's ready to go for now. 자, 네, 안녕하세요, 여러분. 워크북은 수진님이 쌤, 워크북 한국어로 뭐예요? 워크북은 보통 워크북이라고 해요, 요즘. 아니면 if it's for kids, then you say 학습지. But for this kind of workbook nowadays, people say workbook too. 네, 기대해 주세요. So the Hanguel part will be free for everyone to download because I want anyone to start on Korean. And also I know there are a lot of beautifully made Hangul workbooks out there, and me as an individual cannot really compete with those quality textbooks. So I'm not gonna charge for Hangul, but I just made it my way, explaining how consonants are made, how vowels are made. And so it's for free for everyone to download. And then the beginning workbook and the intermediate workbook, it both include answer keys in there, will be $10 each to download. So with answer keys and everything, both turned out to be like 120 pages or so. 그래요. 자, let me see your chats and shoot me any questions you have. Yes, classes. I would love speaking practice classes. 네, 좋아요. 파티마라고 할 수 있니? 파티마? Do you have any recommendations for practicing spelling? I'm excited about the website. Emily James님. 스펠링은 I feel like you have to memorize it, right? And also writing with your hands, I feel like works pretty well for your brain to register it. For me, if I have to memorize something more seriously, I always actually write with my hand. I feel like that hand and brain choreography works. So maybe write a diary and then check, or you can type, right? And then if the spelling's wrong on Microsoft Word, if you have Korean keyboard installed, it'll have red underline, and you can check if your spelling's wrong. So write more, read more. That's my general recommendation. 페레스투 마시카니님, 쌤, 같이, 함께, 같이처럼 비슷하고 다른 점이 뭐예요? 같이. 잠시만요. Let me open up the Microsoft for you. 짜잔. 오케이. 같이 하고 Is it too small, the letter? 같이, 함께, 처럼. Okay. I see the questions are flooding in. Okay, 같이 and 함께 are pretty similar. So let's go together. 같이 가, right? Wait for me. Let's go together. 함께 가 sounds weird. The meaning is the same. 같이 하고 함께는 뜻은 똑같아요. The meaning is the same. 뜻은 똑같아요. 그런데 함께는 교과서 같아요. But 함께 sounds like a textbook Korean. So when you are having daily conversation, let's go together, let's do together, use 같이. 같이 가, 같이 먹어, 같이 가자. If it's more poetic in song lyrics, in children's book, 함께 is used there, but not in casual conversations. And 처럼 is a little different. So 처럼, 아이고. 처럼은 like something이에요. Like something in Korean, something처럼. So try do like I am doing. 나처럼 해봐. Try do like I am. Like me. 너처럼 착한 사람이 좋아. I like kind-hearted people like you. 눈이 별처럼 반짝여요. Somebody's eyes are sparkling like the star. So like the star, 별처럼. Like me, 나처럼. Like you, 너처럼. So it's a little different. Okay. 그리고 시원님 asked, what is great-grandmother? 증조 할머니예요. So 할머니, grandmother, right? And 증조 할머니 is great-grandmother. Great-great-grandmother, 고조 할머니. And in Sino-Korean, more officially written texts, you'll see 증조모, but then weird. 증조 할머니, 고조 할머니 이렇게 이야기해요. So then same thing for 할아버지, grandfather, 증조 할아버지, 증조 할아버지, 고조 할아버지 이렇게 말해요. 근데 also Sino-Korean you'll hear 증조부, 부 father, and 조부모님 is the great grandmother and grandfather. 그렇죠? 부모님 is parents. 조부모님 is grandparents. 증조부모님 will be great-grandparents, but we don't really say that in daily conversations. 엄청 많네요, 여러분. 그리고 let's see. 안녕하세요, 심라님. 수지님, 쌤 김태희 조금 닮았다는 얘기를 들으세요? 저는 쌤이 김태희가 조금 닮은 것 같아요. 감사합니다. I feel like I can't say that anywhere else. 사람들이 욕해요. People be like, sure, you know. 감사합니다, 수진님. 슈르티님, 온라인 클래스 있을까요? 네, 있을 거예요. Probably like 4-week, 5-week kind of short-term courses. I'll launch the website with the workbook and free lessons first, and then I will add the class sign-up. When I start offering it, I'll announce on YouTube community tab and Instagram at the same time. I'll also post a poll first asking what kind of classes you would need more. Okay. And then, let's see. Okay. 어디 있죠? 난 마피아예요. 오늘 시간이 없어서 죄송해요. I guess 마피아님 안 계시겠네요. Must be gone now. 안녕하세요, 이라이님. 레지나님 asked, listening and writing what you hear works for me for the spelling. Yes. And then checking spelling. 맞아요. 이나 블랑카님, hello 선생님. What's the difference between 친숙하다 and 익숙하다? 친숙하다, 익숙하다. So both are probably translated as familiar, right? 둘 다 familiar라고 나오죠. 잠깐만요. 그쵸? 친숙하다는 보통 사람한테 쓰여요. 보통 사람한테 쓰여요. It's used for people usually. 익숙하다는 사실이나 물건에 쓰여요. 쓰여요. So used for facts or items or places and etc. So 친숙하다, if you think about it, there is that 친하다, right? 친한 친구예요. This is my close friend. So there is that 친하다 meaning in there. To be close to someone. 그쵸? 친하다 meaning이 있어요. 그래서 친숙하다, 익숙하다예요. 그래서 이렇게 많이 쓰죠. 사람들이 저는 친숙한 사람 만나는 게 좋아요. 새로운 사람 만나면 스트레스 쌓여요. As for me, meeting a person that I'm familiar with and I'm close to is good. I like that. If I meet a new person, I get stressed. Stress piles up. 이렇게 써요. 그리고 if you want to say a familiar place, 익숙한 장소 or 익숙한 곳, a familiar place 이런 식으로 써요. This is how you use them. 그리고 브리지님, 줌 클래스가 있으면 패트론에 합류하겠습니다. 선생님 기다리겠습니다. 감사합니다. 브리지님. Maureen 청님, I was listening to Christian songs in Korean. 주님만이. It's translated to only the Lord. But 만이 is $10,000. It's a same pronunciation, but it's two different words. So in that 주님만이 is this 주님, which is 주인님 or the Lord, plus the particle 만 that comes after a noun. So noun 만 is only that noun, limited to that noun 이에요. 그래서 저희 가족은 한국에 살아요. 저만 미국에 살아요. My family lives in Korea. Only I live in the US. 이때만이에요. This is the man that you are seeing in the Christian song. Plus the subject particle 이가. So only the Lord, and then probably there is a verb that follows. That 10,000 is also pronounced as man, but this man is Chinese character. So that's the difference. 자. 오케이. 그리고 볼게요. 에비게일님 너무 오랜만이에요. 감사합니다. 쌤, 늦었지만 스승의 날 축하드려요. 항상 고생 많으셨습니다. 감사합니다. 감사합니다, 에비게일님. 하트 10개. 그쵸? $10 heart. 아이고, 잠시만요. 하트. I haven't done this for a long time. 하트 5개. 6개, 7개, 8개, 9개, 10개. 감사합니다, 에비게일님. And she said 스승의 날, Teacher's Day. 알아요? In Korean, 여러분, we call it 스승의 날. Teacher's Day예요. Teacher's Day. 스승은 선생님이에요. Native word 그리고 old word. 스승의 날. Yeah. Yeah, 하트 타임. 맞아요, 하트 타임. So that's man. So this is Chinese character man, and it stands alone, whereas this man is a particle that comes after a noun. 와파님 안녕하세요. 오마님 translations 님. When a teacher and a student were speaking, but the student is changing the topic while the teacher is asking her how to say don't change the topic. So when you want to say don't change the topic, you know, then you will say 말 돌리지 말고. 말 돌리지 말고 대답해. 말을 돌리다. So 말, 여러분 글씨 너무 작아요? Are the letters too small? Is that better? 이게 더 낫나요? So 말 is somebody's words, speech, right? Or language. 말이죠. And then 을 is subject, object particle. So 말 is the object of the sentence, probably a person. Okay, person is the subject. And then 돌리다 is to turn something. Yeah, so it always takes object. Better? Okay, 좋아요. Don't turn the horse. 맞아. Don't turn the whole horse. So don't turn the words around. 말 돌리지 마세요. 말 돌리지 마세요. Don't change the words to something else. Don't change the topic. So you're asking a question and somebody's like avoiding answering and say something else. 말 돌리지 말고 대답해. Don't change the topic and answer me. 말 돌리지 말고 대답해. Or you can also say 딴소리 하다. So this 딴 is very colloquial. 다른 소리 하다예요. So to make a different sound, other sound. So don't speak other sound. Just focus on what I'm asking you. 딴소리 하지 마. Don't talk off topic. Don't talk about random things. Stay on the topic. 할 때 딴소리 하지 마세요. 이렇게 말할 수 있어요. Okay. You will also hear 말 바꾸다. 여러분. 근데 this has different meaning. 말 돌리다 is you're turning the words towards something else, so changing the topic. But if you say 말 바꾸다 is to change, right? So you said one thing, and then now you are saying something else. Like I said, I will launch a workbook. And then like on Monday, I go, you know what? I decided not to. Sorry. And then you'll be like, 선생님 자꾸 말 바꿔요. She keeps changing her words when somebody doesn't keep their promises or they say one thing and then they say something else. Then you say 말 바꾸다. It's like changing their words and not take responsibility for what they are saying. 말 바꾸다예요. 말 돌리다 is just changing the topic. 이고요. 예스님. 선생님, I have a question in 화가 나다. Why is there 가? Because we can also say 화 났어요. And when to use the 을 or 를 inside noun plus 하다 form, like when to say 운동을 했어요 or is it 운동했어요. 감사합니다. Okay, 좋아요. So you do know it's optional, but then the question is, when do people use the particle? When do people drop the particle? Basically, that's the question, right? 그래서 화가 나다, 그쵸? 그리고 운동을 하다. Let's look at them. And 화가 나다 literally means anger to happen. 화 is the subject, which is happening. 화가 나다. So then in Korean, that's to be angry. 운동을 하다 is to do exercise, right? Exercise the object. I am probably the subject. And you're doing the exercise. So when do we omit it? I know it's optional. When do we use it? Basically, omit in conversations unless you want to emphasize. I will say that's the basic bottom line. Usually, 나 화났어. 화나. I'm angry. 화났어. You can just use this. This sounds more natural. But if you want to emphasize like that anger is really happening. I can kill somebody right now. Then you can say, 너무 화가 나. I don't know why that anger happens. You are emphasizing it is anger that's happening, nothing else. It's not sadness. It's not disappointment. It's actual anger. 너무 화가 나. 진짜 너무 화가 나. 이렇게 할 수 있어요. So you can ask, are you angry? 화났어? That's the normal. 왜 이렇게 화가 났어? Why are you this mad? That madness, why is it this much? Then you say 화가 났어. Can I say 왜 이렇게 화났어? Yes, you can. If you say 화가 났어, it sounds stronger, as in like you are emphasizing that anger that's happening. So mostly don't need in the daily conversations, but if you use it, you're focusing on that 화, anger. So same thing, 운동하다. 저는 매일 운동해요. Sounds much more natural than 저는 매일 운동을 해요. Okay? But say if you want to use an adjective, adverb, which emphasizes or focuses on 운동 that you are doing, then maybe people will use 을. So you can say 저는 운동 많이 해요. I work out a lot. This is more natural, neutral sentence. If you say 저는 운동을 많이 해요, you are focusing the object. You know, I do exercise a lot, not like cooking, not like studying, not like doing my work, but exercise. I do a lot. So, not everything else, but exercise. That's what I do a lot. That's the meaning. 저는 공부 많이 안 해요. 운동을 많이 해요. I don't study a lot. I do exercise a lot. Does this make sense? 말이 되나요, 여러분? If not, I'll get more in depth, but let me know if this makes sense. While you do that, I will read the next question. 카를로스님, 선생님, 저는 한국 친구가 안 있어서, okay, 있어서, opposite, 없어서예요. I don't have Korean friends, so 한국어로 연습을 못해요. 연습을 어떻게 해요? How do I practice? 한국 친구가 없어요. I know a lot of people use language partner apps like, I don't know, you guys can share your experiences, but I know people use Hello Talk, right? Tandem to find language partners or join Discord of like a YouTube channel. I know GoBilly has, TTMic has. There should be other people who are interested or who use other resources. So find language partner, either language exchange or if you can spend money, then spend money. There's italki. You can hire a teacher through italki or a conversational partner. And a lot of you probably already know, but there is this app 이다, which is a speaking app. And this checks your pronunciation with the AI technology. And it's actually fun. They recently upgraded their contents too. So you're like in Korean language class, you're meeting new friends and you are introducing yourself. You're asking, oh, where are you from? What's your name? And, you know, such things. So there's context, which is good. And if you sign up for their premium, they also offer like group lessons and such. If you do want to get their premium, you can use my promo code DREAMJ and they give you 10% off their premium. So that's an option if you don't want to rely on people, but you want to be able to practice speaking daily. This app works, or find language partners. 됐어요? 예스님? 오케이. 좋아요. 오케이. 앙키타님 just commented related to the question that I was answering. In written sentences, as in a test or composition exercises, 저는 매일 운동해요. Will this be marked down as in missing 을? Well, depends, right? If it's like topic exam, that's just testing, can you make a sentence? Maybe they won't. Or if there is a specific instruction saying you should use all the particles, then yes. Then if that's the case, then you should say 저는 매일 운동을 해요. And for learners, especially if you're a beginner and you are practicing composition or writing, doesn't matter. Just do speaking way because you are practicing that first, right? If you're seriously writing something like a journal, first of all, you'll have to use different endings. Writing ending is plain speech level, which ends with 다. So I have a video about this you probably all know at this point. When you go to my YouTube, I'll explain it a little bit. But if you go to my YouTube, I'll show you. 잠시만요. The first video is about this. Right now it shows my life. But it's this one. It's also in the popular... 잠시만요. 왜 안 보이지? 안 보이네. 잠시만요. I want to show you the Chrome. Okay, so if you go to my website, this one, it's in the popular, this one. Less polite. So that's the plain speech level. The third video on the popular. Once the live is over, it'll be up here, my featured video as well. So you can watch that one to know better. But you will use that 다 ending. So like, 나는 매일 운동을, instead of 해요, when you're writing, actually you'll say 한다. And when you use this like actual formal writing ending, you do want to use 을, and it sounds more natural in that sentence. Does this make sense? 안키타님? Okay, 그리고 let me go back up and cover the questions that was asked earlier. 수진님 asked 완성, 완료, 완공, 마무리 차이가 뭐예요? Sounds like something I might actually have to look at the dictionary. Okay. 마무리. So first of all, 마무리 is native word. 그렇죠? So every time there is native Korean word and Sino-Korean word, native Korean word is more casual and probably applied to a lot of more broader spectrum of things. So if you just want to say, I'll wrap up without a specific object, right? I'll wrap up, you can go, 내가 마무리할게. To make it polite, 제가 마무리할게요. Doesn't have to specify what you are talking about. It can be used. So it's used very generally and broadly. 마무리하자, let's wrap up. 마무리하자, whatever it is, you can say, let's wrap up what we are doing. So if you're not using a specific object, you'll say 마무리하자 for anything. Let's wrap it up. 완공. This 공 is 공사, construction. So 공, construction, 공, construction이에요. So 건물. 건물이 완공됐어요. a building is finished construction. So it's now standing there. Construction's done for the building. 완공되다, 완공하다 예요. 아파트, 이 아파트 올해 완공할까요? Do you think they will finish construction this year for this apartment? So that's the 완공, word 완공. 완성하다는 to 다 만들다 예요. So you are making something and 짜잔, done. 완성했어요. 레고 만들어요. Kids. 다 만들었어요. 완성했어요. I'm making a Lego, like I'm building an Iron Man with Lego. And then I finished making. 그러면 완성했어요. To finish making something, 완성하다. 예요. 완성했어요. 완료는 마무리하다 하고 제일 비슷해요. This is most similar to 마무리하다, the native word to wrap up something, to finish something. 근데 완료하다를 많이 안 쓰는 것 같아요. I don't think we use 완료하다 that much. Let me actually look up Naver for examples. 완료. 완료하다는 네이버에는 이렇게 나와요. 네이버 뜻은 완전히 끝마침. 완전히 completely 끝마침. 끝 알죠? And then 마치다 is to finish. Korean word. Yeah, to finish. So completely ending something, 완료하다거든요. 완성은 만드는 거, making something is done. So 본인님 just said, oh, so when I finished a drawing, I should use 완성. 맞아요. 완성했어요. And then 완료, more general, finishing something. So you can say 준비 완료. Preparation done. I am ready to go. 여행 준비 완료. You're going on a trip. You want to post on Instagram. 인스타그램에 자랑하고 싶어요. You want to show it off, right? And then you take a picture of your luggage. 그쵸? And then you go, 여행 준비 완료. This will be basically same as if you said 여행 준비 끝. 어이구, I just hit the microphone. 여행 준비 끝. 여행 준비 완료. 이렇게 됩니다. So, 완성하다, to finish making something, 그림, drawing, 그림 완성했어요. You have a project, you're working on something, and you finished it, 완성했어요. 레고 완성했어요. 저 워크북 완성했어요. 이렇게 쓰고, 완료는 끝이에요. 완공은 아파트, 건물, building, bridges, 다리 이런 거 완공이고 마무리는 to wrap up. So wrap up whatever you are doing now or finish it, wrap it up 이에요. 됐죠? 수지님? 그리고 김소영님 I know there are a lot of questions now, 여러분. Teacher, I can read well when I am reading to myself, but when it comes to reading out loud, I get nervous. What should I do? That's only natural. You know, even when I was in graduate school, doing PhD and stuff, so I've been reading and writing a lot in English. But if you're nervous in front of professors, if you are at the test, if you are in the interview, your proficiency drops. You stutter. 저는요. It's natural. It helps if you, in the beginning level, 여러분, it helps to make sentences first. Not every time you have to write, but practice on a daily basis. So when the opportunity comes, you are ready. 그쵸? So keep writing sentences, making sentences every day for things that you want to say. So for example, I want to be able to say, hi, my name is this. I'm from this country. My job is this. I love this in Korean without stuttering. 그러면 say it over and over again. Write your sentences, almost memorize it so it's automated. So you've done it so many times so that's like nothing. Your brain remembers it. In the beginning, you kind of need that prep. And then also talk to more people. Maybe find a language partner, find a teacher, invest some money so then there's like a designated person for you because they are more understanding. They want to help you so you are less nervous. So you get used to talking in Korean. And then after that, maybe you'll be more comfortable talking to different people. 그쵸? 오케이. 그리고 아나스타시아님, what's the difference in usage? 내달리다, 달리다, 달려오다. Okay. So in all those ones, I'm looking at 여러분 아나스타시아님's question. The basic word, the common verb in there is 달리다. 그쵸? 달리다는 to run이에요. So 달리기 is running in Korean. 달리기 선수 100m 달리기 이렇게 말해요. 100m 달리기 선수 athletes for that 이거든요. 그래서 이렇게 달리기고 내달리다는 갑자기 엄청 빨리 이렇게 달릴 때 내달리다예요. Suddenly, like a bullet, 내달리다. 예요. 그리고 if you use 달리다 with 가다 or 오다, it becomes 달려가다, 달려오다. So 달려가다 is running and going, usually going further from me. 달려오다 is somebody's running towards me, coming to me. 그래서 보통 이렇게 이야기하죠. Like your kids, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, they'll like come running to you and hug you, right? 그러면 달려와서 안겼어요. She or he ran to me, coming to me running, and then be held by me. I hugged the baby. The baby was in my arm. 막 달려와서 안겼어요. 이렇게 이야기할 수 있어요. 달려오다, 달려가다. 내달리다는 진짜 빨리 갑자기 슝 내달리는 게 내달리다. 예요. 그쵸? Okay, I'm like scrolling up and down. Is 내달리다 same as sprinting? 네, 비슷해요. 갑자기 빨리 sprinting, 내달리다. 예요. Let me see some examples on Naver Dictionary for 내달리다 to give you an example. 힘차게 달리다. 여기 있네요. 잠깐만요. So the example on Naver uses car. As an example, 그 사람의 차는 언덕 아래로 내달리고 있었다. That person's car, 언덕 is a hill, 아래 is downward. It was like charging downward on the hill. 무섭죠? 진짜 빨리, 엄청 세게, strongly and fast 내달리다. 예요. 그리고 let me go back up. 잠시만요. 어디 있죠? Where was I? Now it's hard to find the next question. 어떡하지? 어디 있었지, 여러분? Okay, it was Anastasia-님, 김준씨님 안녕하세요. Ellen Yip-님 said, how many students will you take on your online classes? And I also saw somebody asked, will you offer listening classes? To answer those questions, I personally think language classes should not be bigger than maximum 15 people. When I taught at universities, if I have like 10 to 12 students, perfect, because you do want some people, so then you can partner students with different people. You're not always talking to the same people. But also 10 to 12 people, I can pay individual attention to what they are saying. Once it goes over 15, it gets more difficult for me to pay individual attention. If it's over 20, it's basically compromising the quality of the class. It's more like a lecture. So I do want to have like 10 to 12 people in each class. I will see, are there many people who want to sign up for classes and such. So I'll see how it goes, but I tend to keep it between 10 to 12 students. Maybe for intermediate, there will be not as many people, so the classes will be smaller. I will also have probably minimum of how many people there should be for me to offer a class and such. Also for listening, when I teach in actual class, I don't speak English that much. I will use my body gesture, and I also know exactly what grammar you learned so far, what words we've studied so far. So I break down my sentences super simple, so I can communicate only in Korean, unless I have to explain grammar points. So that will be part of your listening. And if it's like a speaking class, it will be part of, listening is part of speaking because people will be speaking in Korean. But not like listening topic prep kind of class. I think there was somebody who asked, will you offer topic preparation? Honestly, all my working experience have been in the US universities, and unlike if you are studying in Korea, topic is not as popular for people to take, so there are no topic courses, so I don't know much about topic. So I don't think I should offer that because I don't feel like I've prepared myself to teach for that. So maybe in the future, if there is a high demand, I'll have to look into it and offer something. Okay. 자, 그러면 볼게요. Where was I now? 어디 있었죠? Okay, listening lessons. 다니님 asked, how do you start a hypothetical sentence like, what if you woke up one day and you are a chicken? Can you start with 만약에? Okay, 다니님's question. I've done a live class about if, so I haven't posted class highlights, so it's pretty long, right? I'll do that once I finish workbook. I'll post the live highlights. But if you watch that video, I talk about 만약에 plus 으면. 그쵸? 만약에는 freestanding word, it stands by itself. But if you use 만약에, you need to change your verbs into 으면. So 만약에, I feel like best way to translate this is hypothetically speaking is 만약에. So if somebody starts a sentence 만약에, in English it'll be that person just said, oh, hypothetically speaking, and then you still need to conjugate your verb into 으면. So 만약에 어느 날, 어느 is which, right? But also is used for a day, one day. 어느 날 일어났는데 you woke up, but 닭이 되면 Or another ending is 다면, right? The hypothetical 된다면 이렇게 했어요. So the difference between 으면 versus 는다면 is 으면 can be used in this like imaginative hypothetical situations, but also just like if and when, more likely to happen. 집에 가면 전화해. If and when you get home, call me. But this 다면 is from 다고 한다면. 다고 하다 is quoting. Somebody says so. Plus if. So this is like if, say, more hypothetical. Let's say if you are a chicken. This is the difference. If you want to know more about it, there is a live class that we did recently, or wait for me to post the shorter live highlights. 그리고 어디 있었죠? Where were we? Okay. 다님 안녕하세요. 보링 아저씨님 안녕하세요. 오랜만이네요. 전 모르는 게 많은데 물어볼 게 없어요. 생각나는 질문이 없어요. 시원님, what is the difference between 신뢰합니다 and 신뢰하지만? 자, 신뢰하다 here is the base verb, right? 신뢰하다, to be... So to excuse is like I excuse somebody, right? But it's not that. To be a nuisance to somebody. How do I spell nuisance? Not double S. Okay. So 신뢰하다는 to bother other people 이거든요. So when you're saying 신뢰합니다, in this 합니다 form is very formal, right? You're very formally saying it. I am being a nuisance. 이렇게 되는 거거든요. This is the literal translation of 신뢰하다. 그래서 you're saying this, that's why it becomes excuse me. Because I am going to bother you right now, so please excuse me. That's the meaning, right? 그 말이잖아요. 그래서 한국어로는 I'll be a nuisance to you. Please excuse me. 예요. So that's what 신뢰합니다 is. And 신뢰하지만 will be this meaning. 하지만 하지만 is basically 신뢰하다 플러스 지만이에요. And 지만 means but or however. So I am being a nuisance to you, but is what this is saying. 실례하지만 성함이 어떻게 되세요? Or 실례하지만 excuse me, but and sentence didn't end here. 실례하지만 what's your name? 성함이 어떻게 되세요? 이렇게 할 수 있어요. So before you ask a question, you can say, excuse me, but 실례하지만 길 좀 물어봐도 될까요? Excuse me for being a nuisance to you. Excuse me, but can I ask you a way? I'm lost. Can I ask you a direction? 할 때 쓸 수 있어요. Maureen Chung님 said, so if you want to follow me, I am looking at the chat question from Maureen Chung님, which is right above Abigail-nim's super chat. So if you guys want to look at the question with me, because it's hard to track it now. So Maureen Chung님 said, when do you use 내가 versus 나는? I heard the line from a webtoon. 내가 프린세스? 아니지. 나는 여왕이에요. So 나 is I, right? 나 is I, which is plain, not humble or not polite. So you will use with 반말, no 요 ending or 습니다 ending. And if you say 나 to your teachers, bosses, and older people, it sounds rude. You should say 저 when you say 요 or 습니다. So 나 plus 는, which is topic particle, becomes 나는. So I am the topic. What is the topic particle? Usually you are introducing yourself, a topic, which is me. So my name is, I am, let me introduce me. I'm the topic. 저는 선생님이에요. 저는 재림이에요. 이렇게 쓰거나 or neutral statement. Because you're just bringing up a topic, right? There's no like stress on anything. As for me. So in English, we translate this as for me or when it comes to me. And this is topic particle. But if you are using 나, I, plus 가, which is subject particle, then it becomes 내가. Instead of 나가, it becomes 내가. And this is emphasizing I as the subject who does the action. So like, it is me that, not other person, other people, but it's me that 이에요. And when you're asking a question, you use 이가 instead of 은는. So when we ask a question, we say 이름이 뭐예요 instead of 이름은 뭐예요. When you're answering, because you're just giving a neutral statement, 저는 재림이에요. 이렇게 해요. If you say 제가 재림이에요, it becomes like this. It's me that's 재림. So like not other people, but me. 제가 재림이에요. Oh, that guy said he's 재림? No, I am 재림. I am 재림. But if you're saying, as for me, my name is 재림, more introducing, is 저는 재림이에요. And this is also one of my top videos for you to watch more in depth. And of course, I have it in the workbook as well. If you go to my website, it's this one, 은는 versus 이가. This should help you. The second video here. 그쵸? 여기. 요 비디오예요.
사람이에요. I am Korean and my husband is American.
What is it? Topic versus subject. 그쵸? Okay. So that is it. Oh, I don't know, 여러분. Can we cover all these questions? Okay, it's already an hour so far. 필리핀에서 K-Tiber님 안녕하세요. Okay, don't turn the horse. Okay, boring 아저씨님, long time ago probably asked. 김사부에서 사부가 뭐예요? 스승 아니면 네이티브 단어? 그 낭만 닥터 김사부 있죠, 여러분. The drama title, right? 낭만 닥터 김사부. 사부가 뭐예요? And then also, do you know Korean 예능 집사부 일체? 알아요? That 사부 is same. No, it's not the same, but same 사 there. 스승은, like I said, 선생님인데 옛날 말, old word, native word, 고유어, 그리고 old word. 예요. 사부는 한자어예요. It's a Sino-Korean word, Chinese character word. 그쵸? 사부거든요. 그래서 I can show you the Chinese character if anybody speaks Chinese here. 사부 여기 있어요. 사부거든요. 그래서 이것도 선생님이죠. 선생님이에요. 가르친 사람. 그런데 we usually hear this a lot in like martial art. Martial art kind of context. We don't use for like school teacher. 네, 师傅 맞아요. 师傅 사부예요. So like 쿵푸 사부님이라고 하고 운동하는 사람들, people who do like sports. If you are learning boxing, people will call their boxing master or teacher 사부님. Of course, most commonly you'll use 선생님. So that's the difference. 그죠? 김사부예요. master이에요. 그리고 okay. Let me see. K Tiber님 said, 선생님, how is 가지 used? 한 가지 문제가 있어요. Okay, 가지는 뭐 type, kind 이런 거거든요. 그래서 한 가지 하면은 it's a counter. So you count something that uses a number. So one kind of problem we have. Or you probably heard 여러 가지, different kinds, different things. 여러 가지 이렇게도 쓰고 가지의 예를 제가 한번 찾아볼게요. 그리고 사실은 it's from 잠깐만요. It's also from the branches too. 나무 가지 할 때 또 써요. So like think of like a branch of something or a kind of something 이렇게. So you can also say, okay, here is an example. 한 가지 방법. So you can use it with 문제, problems, or 방법, ways, or methods 이렇게 할 때 쓰는데 한 가지 문제가 있어요. We have one kind of question. One question, basically. You're counting question. And 여러 가지 방법이 있어요. 이렇게. There are different kinds of ways to go about it. 이렇게 쓸 때 써요. So counters to count something, right? 여러분 한 개, 두 개, 세 개, 네 개 plus different counters for different items. I see K Tiber names asking about this. So if it's a person, you use 명, 한 명, 두 명, 세 명, 네 명. If it's an animal, you use 마리, 강아지, 한 마리, 두 마리, 세 마리, 네 마리, 그쵸? If it's age, how old you are, 한 살, 두 살, 세 살, 네 살, 30살이에요. I'm 30 years old and such. 그리고 if you are counting week, 한 주, 두 주, 1 week, 2 weeks. If you're counting month is the moon, lunar calendar. 한 달, 두 달, 세 달, 네 달. If you're counting years, 한 해, 두 해, 세 해, 네 해 이렇게 되고요. 가지 is like different kinds of strands of something. So mostly used with 문제, 방법, 종류, kind. 한 가지 종류, 두 가지 종류, two kinds, three kinds of something 이렇게. 여러 가지 예를 주세요. Please give us different kinds of examples. 이렇게 써요. So it's more abstract, more rather than concrete. 가지, counter. So use with these ones. Basically, that's when you use it. 그리고 where were we? Where were we? Okay. Christopher surname, probably long time ago, said, why is it 잠이 들다, not 잠에 들다? Why is 잠 the subject here? So, this is 잠이 들다, 나이가 들다. 이렇게 있거든요. 이유! 수지님, 감사합니다. 수지님 said, 재림쌤을 사랑하는 10가지 이유. There we go. 10 reasons why I love 재림 선생님. And 이유 again is abstract, right? We're not counting physical things, but we are counting reasons, problems, methods or ways or examples. Then we use 가지, more abstract counter. So 한 가지 이유, 두 가지 이유. 감사합니다, 수지님, for giving another example and also giving a sweet example. 그리고 going back to 잠이 들다. Why is it 잠이 들다? Not 잠에 들다. Am I not falling in sleep? The difference is this. 잠깐만요. I am looking at where we were, so then I'm not. Okay. So 들다, 여러분, is weird. I cannot translate this, but it's like basically here, subject 이가 들다 is subject to sip into something, enter something inwards, be some inside somewhere. This. So you see this in more compound words like 들다 plus 오다 is 들어오다. Please come in. 들어오세요. 그쵸? To go inside. 아니. To be inward and then to come. So then please come inside. To go inside is actually 들다 plus 가다. 예요. Go in. 들어가. 추워. 들어가. It's cold. Get inside. To be inward and go. So go inside. 예요. And then you also see 들다 plus 있다. To be inward and exist there. 들어있어요. Something is inside. So 여기 뭐 들어있어요? What's in here? It's so delicious. What's in here? 너무 맛있어요. 뭐 들어있어요? Or 가방 안에 뭐 들어있어요? In your bag, what is staying inside? 거든요. So here, 잠, right, as a noun, sleep, is coming into me. Age, 나이, is coming into me. Not like I am doing something. It's like it's coming into me. 그래서 나이가 들다 is to age. 나이가 들어서 힘들어. 나이가 들어서 몸이 아파요. I aged, so my body hurts. 이렇게 쓰고 저는 밤에 잠이 잘 안 들어요. I can't fall asleep well. It's not like my action, but the sleep doesn't come to me. I need sleep to get inside my body so then I can fall asleep, but it doesn't happen. So, 잠 못 드는 밤 이렇게 하면 the night that I cannot fall asleep 이럴 때 씁니다. 그래서 철 좀 들어. 맞아요. 수진님 said 철 좀 들어. So 들다, 철이 들다 is another one. 철이 들다. So 철이 들다는 to mature, maturity. And usually we are talking about mental maturity. 철이 들다 to become mature mentally, like an actual grown up 이거든요. 그래서 야, 철 좀 들어. 애처럼 굴지 말고 이렇게 말해요. 아까 같이 versus 처럼 있었죠. 애처럼은 like a kid, right? So like a kid, 굴다는 to behave like something이거든요. So please let maturity come into you. Grow up. Stop behaving like a kid. So that's how you will use. 그리고 사람들이 이렇게 말해요. 개그맨은 철이 들면 재미가 없어진다고 해요. People say, 다고 해요. Quoting what people say. 개그맨, comedians, when they mature mentally, they lose the fun of their character. They talk about it. 자, you become more considerate of other people and all those things. 철이 들다, 잠이 들다, 나이가 들다. 이렇게 씁니다. 브리지님 어아지다 문법 오케이. 네, 알겠어요. Let me go back to the previous questions. 오케이, 여러분. Aren't you getting tired? I am getting a little tired. We'll see how much further we can go with all the questions. Okay, Ina Blanca님 asked, Hi, 선생님. What is the difference between 기억하다, 기억나다, 생각하다, and 생각나다? Okay, 좋아요. Here. 기억하다. 아이고. 기억하다. 기억하다. 그리고 기억나다. 생각하다. 생각나다. 자, 나다는 to occur 예요. 그래서 it's not your action, but it's just happening. I don't know if you already watched it, but I have a video about this verb nada as well. Let me see how you can find it. If you go to my channel, right, and then search nada there. There is nada, and how to use nada
Person.
in this video. So you can talk about everything with nada, like accident, flooding, like those natural phenomenon, disaster, sound, smell, taste, body symptoms like 피땀, 눈물, and then there is 생각, 기억, and then 화나, 짜증나, 신나, all those use this verb nada. So watch that video for more about nada. But basically, so nada is to occur, right? Something is just happening. So when you say 기억나다, memory occurs. 생각나다, idea or thought occurs. 예요. And 기억하다 is active verb, right? To do memory, remembering. So it's active action of me trying to remember. To do thinking is 생각하다거든요. 그래서 here, do you remember? 한국어로 기억해요? 할 수 있어요. You can ask as a question, yes. Do you remember? Or 기억나요? Is the memory happening in your mind? Do you have that memory? 할 때 기억나요? And you are answering, I remember. 네, 기억해. Or 기억나. 둘 다 쓸 수 있어요. 그런데 important thing, 여러분. I can't remember. I don't remember. I can't remember. I don't remember. Can you guess which one you will use? 둘 중에 뭐 쓸까요? Would you say 기억 안 해? Or would you say 기억 안 나? Can you guess which one? Between 기억 안 해 and 기억 안 나. 둘 중에 뭘까요? I can't remember it. I don't remember it. 어떻게 할 수 있을까? So You do not say 기억 안 해. You say 네, 맞아요. 기억 안 나. So basically, memory is not happening. Sorry. It's just not happening. It's not my action. It's just not happening. You use nada. 기억 안 나. 거든요. If you want to say, please remember this, you'll say 꼭 make sure. 꼭 기억해. You're requesting an action of putting an effort to remember it. 꼭 기억해. Or to make a polite comment, 꼭 기억하세요. So 여러분, 꼭 기억하세요. I don't remember. 한국어는 기억 안 나예요. 꼭 기억하세요. Actively remember that. So that's the difference. So then same thing applies to 생각하다 versus 생각나다. If you want to say, what do you think about this? 어떻게 생각해? 어떻게 생각해요? 이거 어떻게 생각해요? What do you think about this? What's your opinion? What's your idea about this? Because it's that person's choice. It's that person's action to think in that way. 그쵸? 그런데 same thing. 생각났어. 비밀번호, password, 생각 안 나. 기억 안 나, 생각 안 나 are basically the same. When you say 생각 안 나, the thought is not happening. In this meaning, actually, it's almost same as 기억 안 나. The thought's not happening. That idea is not happening. That remembering, memory is not happening. 비밀번호, password, 기억 안 나. And people shorten it to 비번. 비번 기억 안 나. 비번 생각 안 나. Right? And then, that idea, that thought crossed my mind. 생각났다. 생각났어. 이렇게. Can I say 기억났어? Yes, too. So for that, 생각나다 is kind of similar to 기억나다 if you're thinking about something in the past, from the past. 그런데 if you have a new idea, ding, light bulb moment, then it's different from 기억, because 기억 comes from the memory. 좋은 생각 났어. I have a good idea. It's not like I did it as an action, but you are in a shower and suddenly a really cool idea comes up. Then you say, 좋은 생각 났어. I have a good idea now. A good idea happened in my mind. Yeah. Try think harder. 생각해봐. You're requesting an action. So that's the difference between 하다 versus 나다. 그쵸? Okay. 여러분, I think we should wrap up soon. I should wrap up soon. 그쵸? I'm going back up to see what else is there where we were. 파라스투 마시카니님 asked passive grammar in Korean. How can I make that? I have a video, so actually let's show you where to find it. Go to my channel and put passive. And then there will be live classes and also live highlight. 그쵸? So you can look at the highlight for part 1. This is the highlight of this long video. And then there is live highlight part 2, which is the highlight abridged version of this part 2 video. So there is that passive verb. And then another passive way is 하다 versus 되다. So there is that video to compare when you use 하다 as an active versus 되다 as passive. So I recommend watching those videos. Because I can't answer everything right now, I'll refer to you the videos that I have if I can. And also, 시원님 asked, 드라마에서 많이 봤어요. 출소 후에 두부를 먹는 이유는 why do people eat 두부, tofu, after they are released from a jail? So it's basically like a cultural practice saying, eat this and then don't ever go back there. It's like killing the bad luck for the future, and then hoping that you'll never be back in there. Yeah. So there should be historical and cultural story, but I don't remember exactly right now. But that's basically why they do that. 다시는 감옥에 가지 말라고 두부를 먹는 거예요. 그쵸? Okay. 메이이님, 선생님, when we introduce ourselves, we say 저는 my name입니다, like I am blah blah blah. But in daily conversations, people add 라고 as well. Is there any difference? So there are 3 ways of introducing yourself, and I think I have a video on Instagram. Let's actually go there. And then, so 저는 재림입니다 literally is saying I am 재림, right? If I say 저는 재림이라고 합니다, it's quoting other people's speech and say other people say 재림. Other people call me 재림이에요. Don't I have a video about that? Is it not a reel? So I'm on reel. I guess that wasn't a reel because it's too long. If you go to the videos, I think it should be there. 어디 있을까요? It's not that old. Does anyone remember? 아닌데. So I should have a video there about how to introduce your name, like 3 ways or something like that. Okay, maybe I'll find it and then share in the story for you to find it. Does anyone see it? 지내다 아니에요. Chinese. I swear I have it. I swear I have it, 여러분. Maybe it's in the post. Let's see. 죄송해요. Sorry, but I want to find it now. Oh, here, 여기 있어요. Okay, so just on the post on my Instagram, and then if you scroll down a little, Korean native number, pass it. 뭐해 versus 뭐 하는 거야, pass it. And then 전쟁 반대 no to war, pass it around there. There's 3 ways. 3 ways to introduce your name. So it says it. But basically you're quoting what other people say. 그죠? Okay, 여러분. I think we can wrap up soon. I don't think I can answer all the questions. 그래서 we'll end here. Also, I saw other people said it. If you have questions and if you can afford, spend $10 a day. If you join my Patreon for $10 a month, you can join the Kakao chat room and you can ask me any questions anytime. Of course, I can't check when I'm sleeping, but I check multiple times a day and answer your questions. So for those of you who can afford, that's a way. I also, if you join my Patreon for any tier, the lowest is 3 months a day. We hold monthly Zoom, so then I can answer questions or help people practice. So consider that if you want to be able to ask me questions more regularly. Or if you have a question and you haven't had a chance to watch all my videos on YouTube and Instagram, I actually might have something. So try to scroll down a little or try to search hashtag or try to search my YouTube. There might be a video about that as well. Once I launch my workbook and website, you should be able to search more easily for my videos as well. So, yeah, there we go. 네, 여러분. So, I think that's all I can answer for the day. I know there are a lot of other questions that I haven't answered. 그쵸? 제가 대답 못한 질문이 많은데 질문이 너무 많아서 하나하나 다 대답할 수 없을 것 같아요. I don't think I can answer all the questions. And also, I know there were general questions like, what do I do after learning Hangul? Or like, how do I learn this and that? After you learn Hangul, follow a channel, I'll say my channel, or other Korean channels, and go to their course or playlist and see beginning level. And then watch those videos in order, basically. When I launch my website this coming week, you should be able to see those lessons that I think you should know first to be able to say anything in Korean. So follow that. Hanja, studying Hanja helps if you know Hanja, first of all. If your language is Chinese, if you speak Mandarin Chinese, Cantonese Chinese, if you speak Japanese, if you learned any kanji, hanja, Chinese character, of course, it's like an automatic built-in advantage for you. If you don't have any language background in those hanja-based languages, you don't have to know actual Chinese character until you're ready. But you can just learn like there is hanja, like in is a person, okay? Not all in, but in, one of the meanings is person in Chinese. So 한국인, 외계인, aliens. 외국인, foreigners. 인간, humans. So it helps to build vocabulary if you know there is hanja sound that is used in Sino-Koreans. To that degree, yes. If you are ready and you like to learn, of course, learn more actual Chinese characters, but it's not necessary to memorize the Chinese characters to learn Korean, Sino-Korean words. So 타인, 맞아요. 다른 사람. 남, 그쵸? 타인. 맞아요. That helps for that. 그리고 네, 다른 질문들은 아마 제가 웹사이트를 열면 조금 여러분들이 찾아보기 쉬울 것 같아요. I think it will be easier for you to search certain topic once I launch my website. I am tagging each lesson when I post, so that when you search something, that should come up. And also, I don't have all the contents that I have on YouTube and Instagram in my website yet. But I will keep adding, so it should have more over time. 그쵸? 네, 거기까지 할게요. 자, 그러면 여러분, 저는 이제 So right now, I was adding the e-commerce function to my website, and I finished making all the insert keys. And of course, again, there were like a few things I wanted to add again to the workbook. So I'm gonna do that. And then next week, you'll hear from me on both Instagram and YouTube when I launch the website and the workbooks. 그쵸? 그리고 다음 주에는 제가 라이브를 해보도록 할게요. I'll try to do a live next week. And let me choose a topic that's easier for me to prepare, because I'll still need to spend some time on the finishing touches of website and workbook. 알겠죠? 그냥 Q&A는 아니고 진짜 수업을 할게요. I'll do a class, not just a Q&A, but something that doesn't take as much time for me. And also, I think I have a special lecture to give to the university in Korea next Wednesday. 네, 제가 다음 주에 한국 대학교에 특별 강의를 하나 해야 돼서 그것도 준비해야 돼서 아마 다음 주 라이브도 조금 캐주얼하게 해야 될 것 같아요. Because I have to prepare for the special lecture that I have to give to a Korean university. So I kind of have to go with casual topic that I can prepare easily for next live as well. 그러면 여러분 너무 오랜만에 만나서 반가웠고 우리는 다음 주에 어떻게든지 만나요. However it is, well, I'll see you next Friday. 그리고 제 웹사이트하고 워크북 뉴스 소식 기다려주세요. Please stay tuned for the announcement on my website and workbook. 네, 감사합니다, 여러분. 주말 잘 보내시고 우리는 다음 주에 만나요. 안녕. By the way, I cut my hair. Did you notice? 머리 잘랐는데 아셨나요? 자, 그러면 저는 다음 주에 봐요. 안녕히 계세요. 하트.